How's it going, everyone? Wise OG here, and today I'm bringing you an equipment update. I have upgraded from the CSL pedals to the CSL Elite V2 pedals. My main reasoning behind this, I really wanted the load cell, and you could have made the argument that I could have just bought the load cell and I didn't need the whole upgrade, but my wife basically said treat yourself, and so I decided to treat myself on Black Friday. Quick reference to Parks and Rec there. Anyway, we upgrade from these guys here, which are actually currently still on the Fanatec website, which I'm a little confused about. I think they were like $70 or $80 for these guys, and I feel like these are like the Gen 1 Gen 1s, but anyway, there's no throttle resistance really. There's a bit of a spring, and it does hit a very hard plastic stopper, so you're not kind of like over pressing, which I have found out is actually quite loud, especially if you're in an apartment or on the second floor of something. If there's people under you, and this isn't on something, I guess soft, your neighbor's gonna hear it. The brake portion of it is a spongy material. You can't see it even though I just switched the page, but around here where I am circling on my screen, there is a foam pad or a piece of sponge essentially, kind of like this eraser here, which as soon as you press on it, it just kind of folds a little bit, and it gives you just that much resistance, as much as a kind of hard foam pad would give you. There is a new version of the Elite pedals. Now, I don't know. So there's the CSL pedals, then there's the Elite pedals. They could just be completely, they could just be doing two different things. And there's, if I'm not mistaken, two different load cell pedals now, where there's one for the CSL pedals bracket and one for the Elite pedals bracket. So this guy is going to run you $60 in the shop right now. If you do have the extra money, I would recommend springing for these guys. Like I said, I did get them for $199.99 on the Black Friday deal last year in 2023. They are currently running right now for, I think it was $299.99 plus shipping and everything on the website currently. I've been running with the CSL V2 pedals now for a little over a month, and so much better. I can just say so much better. The load cell. Also, if anything, if you already have like Elite V1, or if you have like V1 pedals at all, and you just want the load cell, just get the load cell. It's worth it, regardless. This was more or less, it was the whole package on sale for about the same price as if I wanted the load cell anyway. So we kind of just went with it. There is a bit more resistance on the throttle on this side as well, and it's nowhere near as loud. So that is thumbs up on that side. The clutch feels, it's clutch. I normally use the button anyway. Well, I guess I could just pull it off really quick. If I have to use the clutch, which I don't normally use the clutch, just because on the V1 pedals I didn't have a clutch, I just used the clutch pedal back here on the McLaren GT3 wheel. Like I said, I don't usually use the clutch all that much, but if I decided to play something like Dirt Rally or any of the rally games, that clutch would probably come very much in handy. Putting that back on. You can hear my struggles out through this whole thing. I have noticed, though, especially when going into heavy braking zones, and now I'm also only doing TCR and GT4 currently, focusing the season. Going into big heavy braking zones with these pedals is, I'm not getting basically just over 80% braking in iRacing. If you've been in iRacing for a while, you know that about 80% pressure is where iRacing really wants you to be. Anything more than that, and you're really risking locking up in cars that don't have ABS. And for cars that do have ABS, for some reason, just being over 80%, I don't know what it is, but It's a lot easier to trail brake with these as well. Having that little bit of resistance, you can just gradually let go, and you could completely argue that skill issue is a thing, and people with any sort of equipment can be doing the things that I'm doing. I'm just saying that equipment sometimes help you out with a bit of that. I am noticing that I'm really paying attention to how I brake and how much I'm applying now for throttle. I'm going to say it's helped me. That's just the way that it is. The adjustability on them also is really great. I'm not going to take it off my $200 AliExpress rig right now. I'm waiting till the end of the season, going with the adjustments that I've made so far, and then I'm going to take it off afterwards. But I do think I'm going to be moving the throttle one little notch over. I don't know if these pictures are going to show it very well with the way that I have it set up. But basically, these bars back here are a set of like 4 to 5 different little cylinders, and you can remove one piece, and you can move them around. Yes, I know the one piece, but excuse me. I currently have my brake moved over towards the clutch one notch, and I need to move the throttle one more notch over, and it'll basically work out in my rig here, because right now my pinky toe is clipping the edge of my rig, and I don't really want to do that anymore. But like I said, I'm not going to take it off to the end of the season, and when we get to the end of the season and I do my adjustments, I'll do an update video on how it all looks. But there's tons of videos online of these things already. This is more or less just my experience with them so far. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching.